Look at me at 85. Mm-hmm. Now this didn't feel like what I thought 85 would be like as an evolutionary woman. So what is 85 like? It's like getting newer every day. The way you get to be newer every day is to find out what attracts you to do and to be and do it. Life purpose, self-rewarding action, some sense of your creative impulse within you guiding you to others to work with, to do things with. And as you get older, sometimes you have more and more time. So either you get lonely and depressed, or you get activated and joyful. And it all depends on what I call following the inner compass of joy.
Oh, let's talk more about that.
So you have two different kinds of compasses, to oversimplify. There's stress and depression on one side. That is an impulse to shift to what attracts you. So when I was depressed after having 5 children and I didn't know what I was to do in the world, I loved my children, I loved my husband, but I didn't have vocation. I didn't have something that I was doing that I was called to do. And when I gradually sought for it and found it, it's to be a communicator of evolutionary potential. Now I'm doing it right now. And the fact is, it's self-rewarding. I mean, why am I doing this? Why are you doing what you're doing, taking these pictures? We get turned on by inner impulse to create. And the way nature made us is to enjoy creating, and particularly enjoy finding others that love us and want to work with us. So you get turned on. And I've invented another word, it's regenopause. An evolutionary woman after 50, 60, 70, we used to be considered aging. But you know, in fact, we're arising because your creativity doesn't get less. Your impulse of evolution doesn't get less, it gets more. And the more you say yes to it, the more it turns on. And I would say that there's something here, you know, we know about extended lifespan and we know that people can live longer lives, but the way we live longer lives as evolutionary women is ever more engaged, excited, and participating in making the shift work. You know, people say, well, do you think, Barbara, that you could possibly, or any of us could have an influence on evolution? I said, yes, what else would?
Yeah.
It's not going to come from somewhere else, it's coming from you and me. So evolutionary women, evolutionary aging is evolutionary excitement of knowing more. And since we're all members of the planet undergoing a new step, either towards devolution or evolution, we're all new because we're members of a new world. This world is different. We know that the cells are responsive to the consciousness around them. And if you're saying to yourself, well, I don't think there's much more that I can do, or I'm not so beautiful as I was, or I can't have any more babies, or whatever it is that's depressing you, your cells are actually taking that seriously.
Yes.
Oh, she has nothing more to do. Oh, she's not interested. Then you get tired and you get sick. I get tired when I lose track of that impulse. And I think of it as an inner impulse or a compass. And if the compass goes into stress, I say, okay, where is it off? What can I do that makes it feel that more pleasure, joy, creativity, a sense of purpose, a sense you're part of a greater thing? And immediately the energy goes up and the cells are responding and you don't get nearly as sick or depressed. There's no doubt about it.
And what would you say to an older person who thinks, oh, it's too late for me?
If somebody thinks it's too late because, well, if they're 85, see, I think it's really a privilege to be 85 and feel this way because I am a real threat to people's retirement plans. I've known people like 65 and they were thinking, oh, it's so nice, I'm going to be getting ready to retire. But you see, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, you have a whole other, what used to be a whole lifetime in front of you.
Yes.
And you have wisdom. And people love, you know, this I'm also finding, they love for there to be elders in this world.
Yes.
To love being an elder And an elder doesn't mean that you're old. It means you have a certain degree of wisdom, authority, and people like to be cared for and looked upon by an elder.
Yes.
You know, I'm finding that it's actually a privileged position.